What is up, guys? It's me, Dusty Minister, back with a new video. So for today, in today's video, we are going to go through another episode of Tough Matchups. And for this episode, I chose the matchup Dark Eldar versus Chaos. This means that we will go through 3 videos. So episode 4, 5, and 6 will be of this matchup. Very, very, very tough matchup. Brutal matchup, in fact, for Dark Eldar. It used to be historically a matchup that I thought was closer to a 50-50, which in hindsight is kind of laughable because that is not the case. I shouldn't speak too much when I don't know enough of the matchup, but I'm going to make up for that. Which is going to be me covering these 15 games of Dark Eldar versus Chaos. For these 15 games in these 3 videos, I will cover only one pro player, which is going to be TheBlastFurnace. So I could always look at other Dark Eldar players. There are, in the more modern times, we have Espada, who is a really, really good Dark Eldar player, who I've been covering on my channel before. There's also Stas, who is probably one of the very OG ones, who is really, really a powerful Dark Eldar player. But I chose Blast because I think his games are just more exciting when you look on DAO stats. They seem more interesting. There's big variations, many different maps. He plays pretty much every single map. He's not afraid of going up against the strongest Chaos players at all. He has a ton of those games, and therefore he is a very, very good candidate to cover when it comes to this matchup. So that's what we're going to do. Spoiler alert, without having watched all these 15 games, I have actually done a little bit of research before going into this matchup, and I have watched some replays, and I'm going to tell you right now, this matchup, it is terrible. It is very, very tough to watch sometimes because the matchup is so busted and it's so broken that we will probably get into a few games where it's very, very tough to watch. I don't hope that scares you away, but to be honest, it's just a part of how the game is. And so if you like the game, you gotta buy into the bad stuff as well. And that is this matchup specifically. But that just makes it even more exciting when Dark Eldar is winning and you can see what creative stuff they are doing. So let's get into it. So game 1 is going to be Blast going up against Blasphemer, actually. Okay, interesting. The map they're playing on is Meeting of Minds. On the left side, we got TheBlastFurnace. He actually went random, apparently, and got Dark Eldar, so that's why he's saying it in the chat, so Blasphemer knows what Blast actually got. He starts on the left side, as I said. He goes for 2 Mandrakes, Dark Foundry, and double Plasma Generators, actually. So this is a tiny bit non-standard, but usually when you get double Plasma Generators as Dark Eldar, it indicates that you want to go early tier 2, or at least you should go early tier 2. Okay, interesting. We only go for 2 Mandrakes, even though this is Meeting of Minds. You rarely see more than 2 Mandrakes as a Dark Eldar with this build order. So, and if you go more than 2 Mandrakes, you usually want to go more offensive. So, 2 Mandrakes only. They have very fast capture speed. On the right side, we got Blasphemer. He went for 3 Cultists. Heretic, 3 Cultist, Dark Temple, and Plasma Generator. With these 2 Cultists, he actually captures his inner points, whereas these guys actually went up and captured this relic very early. This is due to the fact that Dark Eldar will come in and attack. They usually do that around like even 2 minutes, early 2 minutes. Hellions already can be here. So it's good that you secure your relic just before the Dark Eldar attack comes, because there will be moments where you won't even get this relic. It will be hellish to recapture it. Also, yeah, he obviously went for this generator to fortify or upgrade his listing post. Really good against Dark Eldar Reaver jet bikes. And open up a Chaos Lord, actually. Okay. So, if Blasty went for Hellions, he'll be coming in very soon. Yeah, so he shows up here. These Hellions are going to be very, very, very annoying for the Heretics, especially. They will probably... Okay, so you don't go for this Plasma Generator, this basically because it's way too tanky. He will get down here, but obviously that's not going to work. It's going to be blocked. In hindsight, he should be up here, but he can't see it. But there he could jump over here and decap, but he doesn't know it. Instead, he's going over here and actually decapping this. Okay, I like this. This Chaos Lord won't be able to kill them. Okay, I say that, but that actually got a little close. This Hellion is probably going to die anyway. Okay. So far, pretty successful harassment, I would say. We also got these cultists going in here. Maybe trying to decap, actually. I think it would be... Yeah, I think the reason why Blast is not doing that is because, like, the cultists are so squishy and these Mandrakes are actually dealing a lot of damage. Also, Blast went up here and actually killed a bunch of cultists. Really, really well played. Also going over here and killing a lot of cultists. So, really well played by Blast so far. Nice sync kills. That actually means he won't kill this cultist in time. Yeah, he's decapping this, maybe not do that. Okay, nice. So even though he could have sacrificed one Hellion here, he does it anyway. Oh, that's okay. But the reason why he jumped out was basically because they are very expensive, his Hellions, so you need to be very, very careful with them. Don't suicide them at all. Okay, that was what I was looking for. So Blast is going very early tier 2. 4 minutes is possible for Dark Eldar to go. So he goes for tier 2 very early. Also gets this slave chamber to make sure he doesn't populate cap. Killing heretics here and there, cultists here and there. Okay, I actually think he's very effective right now. Blast, he's doing a lot of good early harassment. Keeps making sure that Blasphemer at least has to be on his toes. Yeah. Nice harassment. Also going in here melee against these Chaos Marines. Yeah, the Hellions will win that. Will Chaos go tier 2? They're not going tier 2 so far, actually. Okay. Also get the Homunculus Laboratory. So we didn't even go Homunculus Laboratory. We didn't even go jet bikes. This is very interesting gameplay, actually, by Blast. He basically just went Hellions and went in with a Mandrake squad. Does a lot of early harass. So... yeah, that's actually very interesting. So let's see what he does tier 2. He goes tier 2 instead. So actually way before Chaos. Chaos probably only started it at, what was it, like 520? Whereas Blast almost like 1.5 minutes before started his. These Mandrakes are probably dead. And these Mandrakes has to run as well. The Hellions are trying to get this critical location, but they will stop it. They'll probably like... no? Okay. Interesting. We get a Raider in here. Okay. Raiders are not the best. They are anti-vehicle, anti-building units, and it's not the best. However, they... you know, for a Dark Eldar unit... who doesn't have the best anti-vehicle, Raiders are sometimes necessary to build, and it's actually really effective in this case, because this Raider... okay, interesting. So Blasphemer switches targets. He go for the Hellions instead of this Raider. I think the Raider is yeah, the radar must be vehicle medium armor. So it's not like the jet bikes that literally gets absolutely melted by the listing post. That's why Blast probably goes for them early. That's interesting gameplay by Blast, actually. I haven't seen like a Dark Eldar do this against Chaos, so this is really interesting. Also went for this Hall of Blood, so we're going to get Scourges. The radar, if it has medium armor, it means that these listing posts, they'll deal even more. Okay, nice. This is a nice scatter ability by the radar, jumping in here. I like this by Blast. He's playing super well, honestly. But this Hellion needs to be very careful. Okay, getting reinforced. Getting the Scourges out here. There's so much I want to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. What I try to say is if it has medium armor, which it looked like it had, then this listing post will deal even less damage than the Space Marine listing post, specifically against medium armor. But vehicle low armor damage from these listing posts are way better than Space Marines, and it's not even close. Hell Talon going in here. Not sure I would go Hell Talons against Dark Eldar at this point. I would still go for Defilers. But going one Hell Talon is probably... yeah, okay. It worked in this case, so maybe that's why he went for Hell Talon. Okay. Blasphemer, really strong army, or he's about to get a strong army. He's going for Defilers now. I've said this about this matchup before, but going for Defilers are very, very good in this matchup. They basically counter 90% of everything that Blast can throw at him. This matchup, as soon as we get to tier 2, is just pretty much unplayable for Dark Eldar, and Dark Eldar has to pray that they can get to tier, like the later tiers, but even like late game is really bad for Blast, or Dark Eldar in general, I should say. A little birdie told me that this is actually good for Dark Eldar in tier 4. So let's see if this game goes all the way. It is medium mines, so that's why I think that this map might actually be okay-ish for Dark Eldar, actually. And speaking of attacking and late game and all of that, Blast is going tier 3. He has this Witch Cult Arena. If we look at economy, he has 147 to 70, plus 70. That's really powerful. That is obviously because he has this Thermo Plasma Generator here. Also, Chaos's economy is pretty good as well, 110 to plus 60. But that is normal for Medium Mines. You normally have a very high economy here. Okay, so obviously Chaos has the Rhino right now and getting a bunch of heavy bolters. They're going to shred most of this infantry that that Blast has, but Blast is also going to tie them up. Okay, so we have this what is it, Malediction, basically making the units shoot each other from the Archon. Okay, really cool. Nice. Really good. Well played by Blast so far. He's going all in. These Chaos Marines has to run because they can't fight this army in melee. But the Defiler is out now. Pretty big fight in here. The Scourges are going to be pretty good here. We also have the Corrosion ability by Dark Eldar. So every unit that's caught in the cloud here, they'll basically take extra damage. A bunch of damage, actually, extra. However, I don't think that it works when a unit enters the cloud after. So for example, it needs to hit the ones that initially gets hit. Everyone else who runs through it doesn't really get affected. Please correct me if that is wrong, guys, but I'm pretty sure about it actually. Chaos going over here with the Rhino, and they might actually get this Tower of Loathing before Dark Eldar can respond. But I think they need to run very fast, and they do. Okay. Trying to distance himself. Really good block. Okay, nice. Oh, well played by Blast. Nice catch. Really nice catch. This Defiler won't really be enough. We also got the Witches here. Oh, Blasphemer. I think you took too much here, mate. Okay. Oh, Chaos Sorcerer is low. We lost a bunch of okay, we got a little, like, Blasphemer hit a little bit back here, but I think he took way too much damage. Also lost his Rhino. He has to rebuild it soon, I think. Obviously, Blast is also rebuilding this, and now he gets Warp Beast because he's tier 3. Warp Beast are really disgusting unit. The only real weakness they have, and that is a very real weakness, is that they can lose morale and then they'll attack each other. Okay, Blast is going in here, and he wants to defend his Thermoplasma Generator. He's losing it. Okay, good chains by Sorcerer. Really good counter actually to these Warp Beasts. Really well played by Blast. Okay. We get the ability, the global ability from Dark Eldar. Oh, really good. I don't remember what that ability is called. This Defiler needs to disengage. But it basically just demolishes a lot of morale on enemy units. Blast, he overextended over here, by the way. Way too much damage from Chaos here. See. Also getting the Warp Beast pack again. Yeah, Chaos is in a real good spot right now. He's 133 to 79 economy. Pretty good. Really strong. He's also going tier 3 as we can see here. Tier 3 should not be good for Dark Eldar. So let's see what Blast is going to do, honestly. Let's see. He is in a really bad spot, not gonna lie. Like, I know these Scourges are in here, but we still have the Defilers. And all Blasphemer has to do is get even more Defilers. I think one is a little too, like, that's not enough. I think Blasphemer is going way too much for Chaos Marines. A little too much for them. But again, Blasphemer is a really strong Chaos player. He's basically one of the OGs Chaos players. He's also known as Maniac, so if some of you guys know him by that name, yeah, Blasphemer and Maniac is the same. Got this Raven here. Not amazing air unit, but pretty good. We got a big engagement here. Witches are going in here together with the Warp Beast. And this Defiler is caught out, actually. Nice jump in here by Blast. Oh my god, suddenly Blasphemer wasn't ready for this engage at all. Oh my god. What an absolute slaughter by Blast. He basically rebuilt his army. Also, this building, like, building your sacrificial circle and your demon pit out here is really disrespectful, I feel like, by Blast. Or Blasphemer, I should say. He should build it deeper into his base. Getting the Obliterators out, okay. Blasphemer is obviously controlling this area right now, but the rest of his base is getting absolutely destroyed here. Oh, this is honestly really not good for Blasphemer. Got pretty good defense over here, but these Warp Beasts, as you can see here, will do quick work of these buildings if they choose to target them. Also, these warp beasts are attacking this defiler over here. They'll win that battle, by the way, pretty easily. They deal stupid, disgusting damage to defilers. Well, pretty much everything, in my opinion. Really, really powerful unit. Obviously, they have the weaknesses of all infantry, that they can't get disrupted to some extent and all of that, but the only real big difference problem they have is obviously that this morale drop where they attack each other. Blast playing pretty well here, I feel like. Good chains by the sorcerer here for these witches. But this sorcerer might actually be a little caught out, so he needs to be careful. Blast is attacking this side though. This is relentless firepower from Blast, honestly. The warp beast needs to disengage. A lot of them are low. Okay, good. Blast obviously upgraded some of these, or pretty much all the slave chambers, so he can harvest souls. These abilities will be very helpful for him when he's going up against chaos like this. Well, in general, it's always good to harvest souls as Dark Eldar. Oh, Sorcerer is very close to going down. Even the Chaos Lord is very, very much in trouble. Oh my gosh. Good engage over here, but these Scourges will do some disgusting stuff over here. The Defiler's doing their best. But I even think like low-key TheBlastFurnace can actually go in and like tie these ones up. We're getting more Defilers from Blasphemer. This Defiler went down immediately. We also need Rhinos for these Chaos Marines in general, which he is getting. Blast just keeps on going hard here. Not really producing anything right now, but that's fine. He has a pretty strong army. He's also like capped in terms of infantry. He's not going for much of a vehicle. He's not going for vehicles much because vehicles from Dark Eldar is really like questionable. So that's also a downside for Dark Eldar in that game. Is you pretty much know, okay, we got a little pathing from Blasphemer, that's not cool. We also got this morale dropping ability from Blast. But yeah, Blasphemer doing a little bit of pathing and then jumping out and then shooting, that's not cool. Never cool, honestly. Looking at map vision, it's pretty much even.
My skill is pure.
Yeah. So right now, Blast is actually in a pretty good spot. He is floating a lot in requisition. But I feel like he's pretty good to go, honestly. He could go for a potential tier 4 very soon. Blasphemer doesn't have the best map control right now. He is going in here with the possessed squads. Really, really powerful unit, but this fight is more interesting in my opinion. I think the witches should be in melee here, not be ranged, but he's also changing in Blast. Using the, I don't remember the ability from witches. Really, really, really ridiculous ability. Good engagement by Blast. I like this. Absolutely murdering this Defiler. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as whenever I see tier 3 of this matchup, I always see Dark Eldar in trouble. Okay, we got this. Oh, nice. Got this corrosion ability on this vehicle here. But yeah, whenever I see this matchup in tier 3, it's really, really bad for Dark Eldar. So Blast playing like this is really, really ridiculous to me. I think in general, Blasphemer is probably taking a lot of like bad decisions here and there, and he just keeps losing his units. It feels a little impatient in the way he plays. Okay, will we get tier 4 from Dark Eldar actually? The only reason why he's not tier 4 is because he keeps not having enough power. And it doesn't look like he's interested in getting tier 4 as of now. But yeah, keeps attacking here. If we look at Chaos's economy, it's getting worse and worse, honestly. 117 to 47 is still pretty good, right? But if you take into account this is late game and this is meeting on mines, it should be a little higher. It's floating a lot in power, actually. These Chaos Marines are dying. Possessed Squads are going into this fight. I'm pretty sure Possessed Squads lose to Warp Beast. I'm not sure, actually. But Possessed Squad can drop the morale very easily on these Warp Beast. Yeah. Still getting obliterated from Blasphemer. He's playing super well, Blast, honestly. I didn't expect game 1 to be like this, but he's playing stupid good. Okay, we got the Talus in here. Actually, a pretty decent unit, I would say. It's just super, like, it's actually really, really powerful in terms of stats. It's just stupid expensive as far as I remember. So that's why we normally don't go for it. Blast can go tier 4 here all day. And he is probably going tier 4 very soon. Still have a massive fight. This map is just completely all over the place with fights. Warp Beast keeps tying these defilers up, and this Talus is also going in here and tying these defilers up. That's really, really good. The Talus will win that. We still have float from Blast. He should go tier 4 here, in my opinion. Because he's not really having to reinforce a lot. Yeah, what did he? Yeah. So he used a lot of resources on tier 4. So we are getting tier 4. And right now, yeah, I will say this is probably going to be terrible for Blasphemer. Because there's no real sign of tier 4 from him. I don't know what Blast means, if it was something over here. But he's playing really, really, really well right now. I keep saying that, but he is truly playing really well. He's now going for another Warp Beast. He keeps remaking them. A lot of these good melee units from Dark Eldar are really, really good in this case. Can either tie up the Obliterators or the Defilers. He's also not really, he's keeping his Scourges alive. He's engaging really well with them. And then he's disengaging when he needs to. So he's really positioning well with them. Because they are super vulnerable. Now going over here, trying to defend his Thermoplasma Generator. Okay. Possessed Squad's now killing each other because of the malediction from Archon. However, the Obliterators coming in here. Looks like they're focusing the Warp Beast. They are. But the Warp Beast will probably... Yeah, they have to disengage here. They were trying to tie up the Obliterators. Okay. This Hell Talon is definitely going down if these Scourges focus it. And Blasphemer doesn't pay attention. He wasn't fast enough. Okay, tier 4 for Eldar. He's probably going for the... Okay, so he's going for the Ravagers. My theory is, because I actually don't know why tier 4 is better for Dark Eldar, but my theory is that Ravagers and Days are really, really strong against the army compositions of Chaos. So Chaos's tier 4 is not like super impressive. Well, neither is Dark Eldar's, but Dark Eldar has, like, the Ravagers are really, really strong against Defilers, for example, because they're anti-vehicle. They can actually get these Disintegrators, which will help with killing some infantry units, but they're mainly really good against vehicle and buildings. So that's why they're real good against the Defilers, and Days is obviously really, really good. Days of Destruction also has like a field around it, which basically means that they take less range damage, everything that's around it. Okay, the Obliterators are getting absolutely obliterated. Pun was intended. Yeah. Absolutely obliterated, absolutely destroyed. I feel like Blast is just really in control in this game. These cultists have no chance here. These possessed squads are doing a little bit of noise over here. They keep destroying this relic. Now the Ravager is coming in here. As you can see, pretty good vehicle damage. Building vehicle damage. Relatively tanky. It will go for this Defiler for very obvious reasons. But yeah, the Deas around these Scourges will be very, very good to help out the Scourges. They're very, very vulnerable, so giving some defense for them would be real good. Hell Talon now coming in, but it will not survive this at all. These possessed squads have probably just run around this whole map. I honestly don't know at this point what Chaos should do. I think he put himself in a really, really bad spot already. Warp Beast lose morale again by these possessed squads. Yeah. Like, honestly, Chaos's base is completely in shambles. We have both thermoplasma generators for... no, we don't have this one, sorry. But we do have this from Blast. So his economy is better than Chaos's. And I would even go ahead and say his army is significantly better. Are we getting the Days of Destruction? Not yet. Which is obviously the relic unit of Dark Eldar. I think some people will say it's the worst of them all, but it is still a relic unit. Okay, Demon Prince comes out now, though. We need a bit of a miracle for Chaos, honestly. He's in really a bad spot. I don't know what, yeah, we're getting another Ravager, so not really Days of Destruction so far. But honestly, like, looking at Chaos, I'm actually surprised he's not just, like, GG on this one. Because his army is completely in shambles. Yeah, oh my god, even the Possessed Squad is going down here, yeah. This game is over, honestly. I know the Demon Prince is here, but what the hell is he going to do? He can't stop this army.
Sanity is for the weak.
We get another Hell Talon out here, it's not going to do anything. Blast is basically just making the coup de grace here. Yeah, and Blasphemer gives up. Honestly, right? Honestly, like, let's keep it real here. Blast, he just absolutely smurfed in this game. He absolutely, oh, I don't know if that term makes sense to you guys. He smashed it. He absolutely destroyed everything here. He played really, really well. I'm actually shocked that this was the first game of the 15 games I'm going to cover for you guys, because whenever I see this matchup, it usually is just very much like Blast tries to like do weird things to survive and win the game and all of that, but here he just felt very comfortable, like nothing was going to touch him. I like the early transition into tier 2. I don't think that's a bad strategy at all against Chaos, because Chaos will already do like a lot of eco defense and get to tier 2 early, whereas Dark Eldar then just has to say, well, okay, if you just give me the early game, I'm gonna still harass you a little bit with Hellions and stuff, but then I'm gonna go early tier 2 then. I'm gonna go even earlier tier 2 than you, so I'm gonna go 2 plasma generators. I don't even build a single Reaver jet bikes. I go straight for 1 Raider apparently, which I'm pretty sure it had medium vehicle armor. I'm actually gonna look this up 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, so it has medium vehicle armor, the Raider. That's why it didn't take that much damage from the listing post. And so suddenly, like, Chaos was actually looking a little bit in trouble, a little bit. But then, like, Blast just kept on basically just pounding Blasphemer with a lot of units, getting his Scourges, even though Scourges usually is very, very vulnerable in this matchup because of Defilers. I felt like he controlled them very well. He never truly, I don't think he had a single squad except for one time where a whole Scourges squad got wiped. So that's very well played by Blast. And then obviously, like, when we got very late game, getting the Ravagers and stuff, it really got unplayable for Blasphemer. I must admit, I didn't pay enough attention to what Blasphemer did, but to me it just looked like he overextended many times. There was one moment where he got in here with the Rhino, which looked really good for him, but then he got caught out because Blast again just placed the building right in front of the Rhino, and yeah, suddenly it looked really, really bad for Blasphemer. Also, I felt like he should have gone for more Defilers early and not be so offensive 24/7 against Blast. I felt like he should have built up his army with Defilers and then try to beat Blast, but instead he just kept on trying to attack Blast with counterattacks here and there, and it just didn't really pay off. Maybe he should have played a little more defensive, because this matchup is broken. I'm gonna tell you right now, you will probably see it in other games. This matchup is absolutely broken. So Chaos just has to, like, play more defensive and chill more. I think Blasphemer just lost way too much. And against a good Dark Eldar player like Blast, you just don't get away with it. So really well played. Obviously, winning against Blasphemer is no joke. So yeah, if this is possible against someone like Blasphemer, it's no joke. So well played to Blast. Really, really, really well played to Blast. Yeah, let's actually, should we look at stats? Nah, fuck it. Let's get to game 2. Right, so game 2 is going to be Dantist playing as Chaos. And he's obviously going up against Blast. So Blast, he starts on the top side going for 3 Mandrakes actually. Hall of Blood, okay, this is already going to be very interesting. However, I think this is not going to be it's not going to be Warrior, because that usually goes wrong. But We'll see. The map they're playing on is Battle Marshes. On the bottom side, we got Dantist. Dantist, he goes for... Yeah, so he goes for Armory. And 2 Plasma Generators. Usually when Chaos does that, we know what it is. It's Cultist time and it's Nate Cult time. So we only get 3 Cultists. No, 4 Cultists. Okay. So when Heretic, 4 Cultist, and then Armory and double Plasma Generator, actually. Usually we only see 1 Plasma Generator. But this is a more techy version of it. Oh, will we get the... Okay, we didn't get the decap. But yeah, so this is what Blast is going to do. He's gonna go for Mandrake Infiltration Research. And he's gonna go all in, very offensive with this one. So he's basically Mandrake rushing. Really, really good strategy, I think. Or maybe not really good strategy, but it is a strategy to go about it when you go up against Chaos. You always want to be aggressive. But actually against this build order that Dantist is doing, it might actually be good. Because right now they're infiltrated. And even though, you know, Cultist has this this ability that they... Not ability, this upgrade that they can have, Unholy Sight. Which makes it so they can actually spot these Mandrakes. Well, it's not gonna work because they need the Chaos Temple, right? So they went for Armory. And so they won't be able to see these Mandrakes. The only reason why they can see them right now is because the Mandrakes are at the listing post, which if you go very close, it will detect the Mandrakes. Well, any infiltration unit in general. Now they go for this Plasma Generator. Another thing that Cultists can do is that they can actually bombard, like choose an area to shoot the grenades. And so they can kind of like track down the Mandrakes in that regard. I'm not gonna talk too much. Let's focus on what's going on actually. So Blast is attacking this side now. It's gonna make sure that Dantist is not getting out of his base. That is going to be very, very tough because Dantist is a really, really strong player, and these Mandrakes will have a big problem with doing anything over here, honestly. But the Mandrake did murder these guys. Really good sync kill here. The problem with this opening from Blast is obviously that he has to play super, super offensive. And if that doesn't work out, he's gonna lose this game, basically. We have a heavy bolter turret being built up here. Yeah. What an absolutely disgusting situation we have here for the Mandrakes. Now capturing this side. We only just captured this side and got this Tower of Loafing. Now also getting this another generator. Blast did a little funny thing where he didn't... Like, he captured this very late, right? I think he pretty much only had one Mandrake squad capturing the rest of his map. Or the rest of his side. And so, in order for him to get early economy, these Mandrakes are done. Yeah, oh my god. I know it's rough, but obviously this is a mistake from Blast. But, yeah, he just desperately tried to do something here and he couldn't really do anything. Dantist just played extremely conservative and just techs. But yeah, Blast, he upgraded his listing post to keep up an economy. So even though he got this very late, he couldn't, he wouldn't get early economy through that. He instead upgraded his towers, as it seems. Now capturing this area, and obviously getting this one as well. I don't know what Dantist is saying. Sorry, I don't know Russian. Well, Blast is actually capturing the whole map right now. He's 98. Oh, 94 because he also got a listing post here. So he's 104, I should say, plus 20. So pretty good economy. He will go tier 2, I assume. Yeah, I assume that. Yeah, he needs tier 2. But Chaos is probably also going tier 2. Wait a minute, he is tier 2. Okay, great. Remember, guys, when I said in the intro that this is going to be a tough there will be games that will be very tough to watch. I have a feeling this is going to be one of them. As you can see here, Dantis is just playing super, like, disgustingly defensive. And he's probably going a bunch of, like, yeah, Defilers. He can't go Hell Talons here, but really he doesn't need to. He can just play super defensive. And just check all day long. Just be very patient in this one. Don't do like Blasphemer did in the last game where he wasn't patient enough. With all due respect for the legend Blasphemer himself. Now Blast is going for Scourges. Yeah. He can't really do the Raider that he did against Blasphemer here because he didn't go for early Dark Foundry. So now he has to go for Scourges, which is not going to be fun against Defilers. Blastus' economy is very, very strong though. That is one upside. He has 128 to plus 30, now going for the Witch Cult Arena. Whereas he's even more now, 134. Whereas Dantis doesn't have the best economy. But from my experience watching this matchup, I am not feeling very very bad for Dantis right here. He's probably going to do something here, Blast. Like, I'm not worried for Dantis here. Yeah, Blast is going in here. Yeah, he has to disengage here. Because he hoped that this wasn't upgraded. And sadly was. Scourge is now going to jump over here. Make sure that this Chaos Sorcerer doesn't do too much damage. Oh my god, these Scourges, I didn't see exactly what happened, but they got caught out. Yeah, now Mandrakes are coming in here trying to do something. Scourges has to disengage. Also, Scourges are not good against Cultist with Nate. For very obvious reasons. I think Nate Cultist might actually be the best build against Dark Eldar. Nate Cults, they stun the jet bikes. They sometimes, if there's a lot of Nate Cults, they basically just one-shot the jet bikes. And as you can see, you can also heavy tech and just play defensive. This Tower of Lovewing is going down for sure. The Violet is going down though as well. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, Blast will probably wipe all these cultists. Yeah, he will definitely wipe them. Will he go for tier 3 or something? Because he needs some... He needs to do some random stuff here. I feel like Dantis is in a pretty good spot. He is a little bit lackluster in terms of his army composition right now. But his defense right here is really strong. And this Defiler will be hellish against all these infantry. I know it's only one Defiler, but now we're getting a second one. Yeah, okay, interesting engagement here. Sorcerer will probably go down. Chaos Sorcerer being halved a little bit here. Okay, nice. Good engagement by Blast, actually. All the cultists are over here, so Blast, he sees his moment of opportunity. Going to go in here. Obviously, this Defiler can't attack. Oh my god, I'm not sure this was a good idea though, Blast. I know why he did it, but like going in here wasn't a good idea, I think. Oh my god, and now you see how effective these Defilers are. Oh my god, he basically lost all his Scourges. Okay, he actually got kicked all the way out here.
The true power is here.
Oh my god. so much firepower right now on these mandrakes. You see how ridiculous these defilers are against the Dark Eldar? This is basically one of, if not the biggest reason why this matchup is completely broken, especially in tier 2. I don't know what Blast does here. I'm sorry, guys. I want to be hyped for this matchup, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, this looks terrible for Blast. This is one of these games where I can just see this not going his way. Like, all of these defilers usually just says, Dark Eldar is not going to have fun this whole game. Please go next. We'll see. Blast is a really, really strong player, but this mistake that he made in here was obviously very detrimental. He's doing a little bit of a backdoor here. Okay. Obviously, Dantis doesn't know that, or he probably didn't know that Blast was all the way down here. So now we actually get a Blast generator, okay. Yeah, but these Scourges has to leave. Even though they're really good against vehicles like Defilers, this Defiler will just wreck him. As you can see here, it's not even a close fight. Well, this Defiler is obviously super low, so... And I also think, like, Dancis didn't control it very well. But yeah, you saw the potential. Okay, now using the corrosion ability for this Defiler. Jesus Christ. Okay, Defiler's dying here and there. It's okay. I love that we have so many Scourges. Who's really good against Defilers in theory, right? Okay, jumping out here again. But yeah, even though Scourges should, in theory, be really good against the Defilers, they just get disrupted 24/7. And them being the infantry type that they are, just makes it very easy for Dantis to control the situation. However, this Defiler goes down again. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, like, Blast is playing real well, honestly. He's just not, as far as I can see, going tier 3. Which is bad news for him, because Dantis is tier 3. Now getting the Chaos Temple. Oh gosh. Yeah. Blast is trying to do some funky stuff down here again. Probably go for this plasma generator, but surprise, surprise, we have another Defiler. Oh god.
We are taking fire. We are filled with the power of chaos.
Yeah.
Enemies of the dark.
Like, Blast doesn't even have the whole map. And he's not even ahead in economy. In fact, he's behind in economy significantly. Yeah. This is how 50% of all games Dark Eldar versus Chaos is. And the other 50% is on a spectrum between even worse and better. That's how this matchup goes, basically. This is the average game. And like, even a really good player like Blast, I know he's going up against Dantis, but like, this looks really terrible, right? Obviously, Blast lost this game. I'm sorry if I wasn't like very enthusiastic about this game, but I just could tell that as soon as Blast's opening didn't work down here, it was just basically over. Dantis, if you obviously paid attention to it, he played really well. He played close to his listing post. He's playing Nate Cold, obviously, and these Mandrakes had to be very careful on where they were stepping and where they went, because just getting detected once will basically just will basically kill them. That's what I'm trying to say. And he built a turret very close here. He built plasma generators close to his listing post. So Dantis didn't even in that case need stealth detection. That was ridiculous. And even though Blast got the whole map, it doesn't really matter because Chaos in tier 2 will absolutely slaughter them. As you saw here, not a single hell tell them. We just go for Defilers, no BS. We just go for Defilers. And we're just gonna rain hell on Blast. Yeah, I think this opening from Blast is, in theory, really good. In theory. But if it doesn't work in the very early game, it's just GG, like completely GG, because this build order basically forces you to go into Scourges, which is not bad, obviously, but you saw how Scourges got hard countered by Defilers, and so all Dancis had to do was go Defilers. Another thing that maybe we could talk about with Blast was he should have been other places, but then, like with this Mandrake squad, maybe he should have been over here. But as you can see here, surprise, surprise, we have a turret here, and that will detect the Mandrakes. So I'm not sure if this opening obviously didn't work, but I also think Dancis just responded really hard, or really well, I should say. Dancis made sure that he upgraded all his listing posts, making it basically unplayable for Blast to do anything. And even though Blast was getting a little creative here and there, down here, and then getting out, haha, I'm getting this plasma generator, a Defiler comes out, oh, GG. That the game is over. I don't want to talk more about this game. This basically was just GG. This is how the average game looks for Dark Eldar. Not gonna go into to stats. Let's just get to game 3. Okay, so game 3 is going to be Blast versus Scouty. I've covered Scouty before. He's a very strong Chaos player, obviously. And I actually did look it up. He is active right now. I think he's rank 7. Not when this game was going on, but that's what he does right now. So Scouty is a very active and strong player right now, and he was also historically really strong. He's also going net cold, as you can see here. He starts on the bottom side of this map, Fatamorgan. Goes for 3 heretics actually, okay. And then 4 cultists, going for only 1 generator. This is more standard. Also getting this heavy bolter turret. Really good. This basically just secures him this whole area basically. Whereas Blast, he is doing the same build order actually. He went for 4 mandrakes, as I can see. And yeah, still the same opening. He's probably going really full on aggro. He will, when he sees it, he will see this turret and probably have to leave. But he can actually, oh yeah, he can actually go over here. And yeah, basically Scouty will see this coming, but he has to cancel this basically. Well, okay, we actually have the Nate Cold, so maybe he doesn't have to do it. Yeah, he does it anyway. Doesn't want to lose any of these cultists with grenades. Okay, we got another Mandrake squad coming in right now. So what is... Okay, so Blast is actually doing a double Mandrake squad here right after to capture. Also, is that the Turkish flag? Well, yeah, from the upside, it is the Turkish flag, I think. I actually don't know the nationality of Blast, but he could be Turkish. I'm not sure. I don't know. So here we have a very special and interesting situation for Scouty, because he is losing his heretics. He's losing 2 heretics. He doesn't finish this listening post. This plasma generator is actually potentially in trouble. You also got this infiltration from Blast, so way more, way better actually. Way better situation for him. Also, this plasma generator is not close to a listing post. I think on this map you can't build the plasma generator too close to this listing post. I think you can build it right here. Like right here, so it's not like the same situation for Dantist. Mandrax are gonna go back on this plasma generator, and they keep murdering cultists. Looks really good for Blast taking everything into consideration. The economy for okay, so he finished this listing post, but Scouty's economy is not that good, 56 to 10, whereas we have an even worse one for obvious reason. Actually, a decap happened up here by Scouty, so he did a little bit of a counter attack. Actually, I like it. But yeah, really terrible economy for Blast, and so he's actually upgrading this this listing post. We're probably going to upgrade this one as well, because he wants to make sure he gets economy, even though he's capturing the map very slow. Really, really well played. I like how Blast is playing this game. It's looking way better. This is how it was supposed to look against Antist. Again, these cultists has a problem, right? Because even though these Mandrakes will get spotted by this listing post, they won't be able to spot the infiltration of the Mandrakes due to them not having unholy sight. They don't have the Chaos Temple. These Mandrakes should be focusing better, but apparently they are targeting a little weird here, so they won't kill too many cultists. However, Scouty is not controlling his cultist here. Jesus, he lost a whole squad potentially. Yeah, Mandrakes are still a havoc, and yeah, like this is a straight up problem for Scouty. Not gonna lie. 74 to 20, whereas Dark Eldar is actually 80 to 10, and it's getting even better. He upgrades his 2 listing post here because he doesn't have this point either. So looks like that's apparently his way to making sure that he doesn't fall too much behind in economy. That is a compensation for his slow map control. Okay. We have 2 generators down here by Scouty. That's why he has 20 plus 20 in energy. Also building this heavy bolter turret to make sure that the Mandrakes are not daring to walk up here. Obviously the Mandrakes are still doing some noise over here. They also did capture this, so they can obviously build a listing post here actually. It is a bit risky, I'm not gonna lie. This heretic is over here trying to build a turret. Okay, I like this by Scouty actually, no joke. Blast kinda has to respond to this. Blast is going tier 2 very early, I like it. Not very early, but it is early. Nice. So let's see what he does. He obviously also get his Monkless laboratory. Now getting the slave chamber because he's basically population cap. He has a lot of the map right now, Blast. Having this, as you can see, the vision is really, really good. You can basically see if someone is walking here, changing direction. Maybe they want to walk on the other side here. So you can kind of sometimes spot when armies are moving back and forth when you get this point. So you can catch them out. It's really good for vision. A little bit of pathing in here. We also get the Scourges now. And we get a bit late tier 2 from Scouty, but that's because of the early damage that was applied to him. He had to rebuild his heretics 24/7. These Scourges won't do that much damage against these scouts in range because they have these dark lances. Not that good against infantry.
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
Cultists will go over here and do something. Obviously, these cultists will lose in melee against the... not obviously, but they lose in melee against these Scourges. Not because they don't deal a lot of DPS, but because they are very, very squishy. Okay, I'm gonna harvest some soul here, giving us the nice juicy abilities. So I have a turret in here. So we have a couple of heavy bolter turrets by Scouty. Not sure if this heavy bolter turret was necessary, but it does pay a little bit off here. Looks like we got the morale breaking. Yeah, we got this morale breaking ability, the global ability by Dark Eldar. Can be very useful if you're making an engagement. I think it halves the base morale on all enemy units. It also, I think it also damages the morale, and it's a very, very long, like it has a long time before it goes off. Now getting the Archon. Will we get the Witch Called Arena so he can actually get some pretty strong abilities? And also build witches. Don't have a lot of float right now for it. Getting another plasma generator, improving our economy. Yeah, now the Defilers are coming in, and this is a problem. Because as we saw in last game, this is not going to be fun. Good engagement here, but oh my god. Nate calls are so annoying. Yeah, okay, lots of cultists actually dying here and there. But as you can see, the Defiler now being a very big nuisance. Defilers are also really good against a race that basically only builds infantry until tier 4. I know Reaver jet bikes is the thing and stuff, but like in tier 2, you usually don't see a lot of vehicles from Dark Eldar. Now Dark Eldar is actually going in here. They're actually disrupting these cultures from getting this critical location. Okay, and he actually secures it. Okay, he has all the critical locations by now. The Defilers are really, really annoying here. Probably gonna spam them, yeah. Get in the sacrificial circle. Okay.
3 minutes.
Going to be good for some. Going to be good for some ability upgrades for the Chaos Sorcerer. We obviously have the Witch Called Arena, Crucible of Malediction. That's actually the name of it. Really, really powerful ability by the Archon. Stuns units and basically makes them kill each other. Okay. Now Blast is also denying this critical location, but he'll probably lose this, honestly. Really good map control by Blast. Blast is actually going in here. He's trying to respond to this. Okay. Okay, and good Crucible Malediction, basically denying the cultists from taking this area. Okay. Now also going in here against the Defiler. The Defilers are tied up by these melee units, actually. Really well played. The Defilers are really out of position. They shouldn't be up this close, honestly. They should be more down here, honestly. And normally we don't see this, but this is really bad. Because look at the timer, guys. Looks like Blast is trying to defend himself through this. We usually never see take and hold victories. Are we getting in here? Yeah. Scouty will try and decap this, but he's not really... He should have been up here. Well, in hindsight, he should have been up there. Yeah, he needs to do something about this. No way, is Scouty actually losing and take and hold? I don't hope so. For his sake, I don't hope so. Yeah, his only decapping infantry he has is cultist. And they're gonna get absolutely murdered if they jump over here. Yeah, they won't get through. Oh my god, Scouty. Okay, interesting play by Blast. I think he actually will Yeah, he will hold this. He will hold this. This is not going to be enough because we have all 3 critical locations. Now Scouty is desperately going in here trying to decap. Don't think he'll make it. We also probably get the Crucible Malediction. Oh my god, no. Oh. Yeah. Well played. Lucky, Scouty says. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, we got the taken hold victory. That's so crazy to watch. Like, that's so crazy. This text right here, that is so crazy to watch. Yeah, looks like when there was about 3 or 4 minutes left, like 3 minutes left, I was actually noticing Blast was defending a lot his critical locations, but I didn't think that he actually went through with it and went for a taken hold victory. He was slowly losing control because of the defilers coming in, but he was so ahead of map control that he actually ended up like being very well, like played really well about it with how he got the critical locations, and it looked like that was actually planned very much out. He built his Archon and he was getting the Crucible Malediction, and just looked like he was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna Crucible Malediction every single time you try and take my critical location. I'm gonna make sure you don't walk up here. Your infantry is basically trash when they're getting bombarded with damage. They're very squishy. So I will murder them over here. They can get in here. They get Crucible Maledicted. And I'm just gonna try and hold down your defilers. It'll be rough, but I can do it for a while, a minute or two. And yeah, that's how he achieved taken hold victory. Really well played. If this game went on like 2 or 3 minutes more, I think he would have lost control because his army composition wouldn't be able to keep up with these defilers. But yeah, well played by Blast. Really well played. He didn't go for tier 3. He just went all in on this strategy and just, yeah, he got the taken hold. Sometimes people forget about taken hold. But I think it's a cool addition to the game. It basically forces players to do things on the map that they normally wouldn't do, and it makes these critical locations, which is absolutely hellish to capture, like a relic. It basically makes them valuable because sometimes Chaos in this case had to overextend in order for them to actually get a critical location. They walked up here, got absolutely murdered. So I like taking hold, guys. I really think it's a great addition to the game. You never see, like, you very rarely see taken hold victory, but the fact that it exists basically just makes the game very interesting, in my opinion. But well played to Blast. Like, interesting, really well played by him. Let's get to game 4. Right, so for game 4, Blast is now meeting again Dantist, but on a different map. We got Tranquility's End remastered. Really cool map. Obviously a lot of negative cover. Can be very problematic for jumping units if they jump the wrong place. They are very exposed. But there's a decent chunk of terrain here. I really like this map. Dantist, he really likes going Nate Cold, apparently, in this matchup. And so he does that. Chaos Armory and 2 Plasma Generators, same as Dantist did on Battle Marshes. But 2 Heretics, 4 Cultist, Armory, and double Plasma Generator, capturing one of his outer points, and this he builds a turret. Okay. So he left one of the Heretics in here to build the Plasma Generators and the other one to build a Heavy Bolter turret. Okay. Blast looks like he's going standard build order in this case. So far he hasn't shown us Reaver jet bikes, but this is also the second time that we see Dark Foundry. Okay, I think we will get it. So he went for 2 Mandrakes, Dark Foundry, and Plasma Generator. Homunculus Laboratory basically means that, yeah, he is going for Reaver jet bikes, and he does not go for Hellions, even though he has requisition for it. Maybe that's a mistake, but we'll see. I have a lot of faith in Blast, but we'll see here. Dantist does his thing. Just gonna make sure that he gets this area. This area will be exposed, but the heavy bolter turret is here though. Now we get the Mandrakes coming in here, and also, yeah, Dantist is going over here. Going to do a bit of a counterattack over here. This is going to be so annoying for Blast. Yeah, going to decap this. Will we get some jet bikes? Yeah, I assume that. Jet bikes can be, in theory, good against the cultists, but in practice they're not, because they have Nate Cold. And Nate Colds deal really good damage against jet bikes. Just randomly they do. And also they stun jet bikes. However, these guys are exposed. They're down in negative cover. Yeah, good counterattack by Blast here. He keeps getting jet bikes and also gets another plasma generator. Okay. So this is standard build order, basically. Standard Dark Eldar build order. Or at least it looks like it. I don't know if Hellions are more standard to go. I think they are, to be honest. But this is pure Dark Eldar build order. Well, in hindsight, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Hellions would be good in this one. But Jetbikes feels more safe to do. Good engagement by Blast, actually. I like this early game by him. He kills a lot of cultists. However, they are stupid cheap. And these grenade launchers are also relatively cheap. Yeah, these jetbikes need to be careful. Yeah, Dances is just going back to his turret. Yeah, this jetbike is going down. Killing heretics, killing cultists. That's what Dark Eldar needs to do in the early game. Now going for early tier 2. Okay. This looks way better from Blast, honestly. Way better. So he obviously built this plasma generator so he could get to early tier 2.
We are under attack.
Yeah, no signs of tier 2 as of yet by Dantist. But that would also be ridiculously early, but he could go for it now. Yeah, he is. Yeah. And now we're going to have a problem for Blast, because what are you going to do here? You can't penetrate this area. You can't really do much over here. As I said, the listing posts deal very much, like a lot of damage to the Reaver jet bikes. You can't just straight up go in this base either. There's a lot of cultists. Also, a heavy bolter turret is about to be built. And all of these listing posts are upgraded. This one is also... like, this one is not upgraded, I mean, but it's like, what the hell can Blast do? So instead, he just captures the whole area. Yeah. And then we pray. He's probably going to check if this area is getting captured by Dantist. But not happening. Okay, trying to do a little bit of a weird flank here, I think. Yeah, I know why he's doing it, because he doesn't know what Dances is doing over here, right? But he's not gonna go far. He can kill this, he can kill this heretic, and that's it. He made a little bit drive-by, pure heretic. These guys, like, these jet bikes went all the way just to kill this heretic. Poor heretics. Obviously got the Hall of Blood now to get Scourges, but we all know what we do against Scourges as Chaos, right? We get Defilers. Lots of turrets in here. We even get this heavy bolter turret to get missile upgrade. Also got a minefield in. Jesus Christ. Okay, I like the ideas of what Blast is doing here, trying to destroy this blast generator with using the range here. Now also making a bit of attack in here. Okay. So Blast is obviously being very creative here. He's trying to attack this side so he can bait out Chaos's army and try and get this area. Okay. Actually, his economy 98 to 20, whereas Chaos is less in requisition, 86 only, but his power is just like way better. Mandrake's getting absolutely slaughtered. I think this lighting glow here on these Scourges is basically gives them good, like it makes them detect stealth and stuff. So that's why this minefield could go down easily.
5 minutes.
Yeah, okay, I like this by Blast actually. He's playing the map really smartly.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware!
Okay, I actually thought that Dances could compete here, but I think...
We can serve you.
Yeah, I think maybe that's not true. Maybe the Reaver jet bike is actually beating these Nate Colts. Oh my god, but it got absolutely destroyed anyway. Okay. Mandrake's going in here, destroying these cultists. Okay. So Dances is actually, like in terms of map control, very much in trouble, right? Look at his vision. It's absolutely terrible. It's really bad, in fact.
Until taken hold victory.
So he should lose, right?
Ready to fight.
I do hope he lose, but yeah, I don't know. Like, as long as he has pretty good power, that's really what he needs mostly. When you get vehicles, he should be okay-ish. Yeah, these guys are. Yeah, so Dances basically jumped in here, using now the ability here. Okay, great. Interesting. I guess he kicked them into this Tower of Loathing to actually detect them. That's a nice small detail here by Blast. Also, now he has this detection ability. So this is the first of all the abilities that Dark Eldar can go. I don't remember what it's called, the ability. Now getting the global for Chaos. That's good because Dantes doesn't have that good map control and requisition income. This cultist is going down immediately.
And in return,
Yeah, they won't survive this. However, we have a bit of a fight in here. And Scourges has to leave. These Defilers are hellish right now. They have a good position right up on this hill. Now also getting the Raider. Okay. We saw how effective that was last time. Keep getting Reaver jet bikes. I don't know why we go for Reavers. Yeah, he also cancelled the second. I don't know why we get them at this point, because like everything that Chaos has right now, they are not that useful against. Jesus Christ, even the Defilers crush them. This Raider, if we get it to, if we get to see how much damage they do against Defilers, spoiler alert, it's not much. This vehicle damage from Raider is not that strong. It's only good against low armor buildings and stuff. Low armor vehicles like land speeders. But against like the armor type of Defilers, not much. Okay. This listening post going down here. Get a Chaos Predator. Okay, interesting choice by Dentist, actually. My scroll reel is really messing around here. Okay. I don't know what... Okay, so we get corrosion engagement here. Okay, cool. Oh, Dentist getting a little caught out here. Really, really nice use of the ability. Going in here with the Raider. As you can see, not a lot of damage on this Defiler, but it does decent against heavy bolters. Really good engagement by Blast, actually. And still losing a lot of Scourges, actually. Now having to shoot on this Predator. Even this heavy bolter didn't go down. My god.
We're here to serve Master. He's assured.
So we killed 2 Defilers, but yeah, Dancis is just reproducing them. And he's back at a decent economy, 98 to plus 60. Well, in terms of power, it's really good. In terms of requisition, it's in the good area of good economy.
Whatever you desire.
Not the best for tier 2. But I think Dancis takes it.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware.
I mean, Blast keeps taking out these areas here, but he doesn't really get into the base. Like, he was close to doing it here, but I think that was basically his shot.
Please.
And there's no signs of tier 3. Oh, no signs of tier 3. Well, there's no signs of tier 3 either for Chaos, but Chaos is fine in a tier 2. And not just fine, they are really happy about it. Okay, Defiler is getting kind of caught out here. Okay, nice. Still having to sacrifice a lot of Scourges here. However, these cultists are going down, okay. A decent situation for Blast so far. But I don't know, man, like, he's not getting through this. These Defilers are basically just super defensive. Yeah. Yeah, no tier 3 for Blast. So this just basically screams that Blast is going to really have a rough time. I basically don't know what... Like, at this point, when we are here, at this point, I don't know what Blast can do.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware.
Cultist now going in, trying to tie up some of these Scourges to avoid too much damage on this Defiler. Obviously sacrificing the Cultist for it, but Dancis will take that trade any day. Now also going in here with the Sorcerer.
We can serve you.
Okay, good engagement here. Well, in theory, it's a good engagement. Needs to be careful, don't go too much melee. Now the Predator is coming out here. Nah. Losing all of these Scourges. Yeah, and also losing this point. Now, basically, Blast is 98 to 29. Whereas Dancis has way better economy. At least in terms of power. Yeah. Also, now going tier 3. Whereas, like, there's no signs of it from Blast. Yeah, this looks like another game that's going to be pretty much impossible for Blast to do anything about. I think he pretty much lost the game. Like, looking at armies, what does Blast have? He has a couple of, like, scattered Scourges. GG, DE, Imba. Yeah. Yeah. He basically had no army, as I said. Oh, God. This was another really tough to watch game. So... Okay. Now, keep in mind... I am not a Dark Eldar main. I'm not even a Chaos main. I do know Chaos relatively well as a race, but I'm not an expert at all in Chaos. I would say that what Blast is doing here is... Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to do, because, like, honestly, as soon as you see Chaos is hitting tier 3, or tier 2, sorry, he should probably go for tier 3 in that case, because if you don't break Chaos early, which he didn't do apparently, not hard enough at least, then a player like Dantis is just going to make your life in tier 2 a nightmare. So what you have to do is basically go for tier 3, and then hopefully you can go for tier 4. Like, I know that is very, very naive, because this is Dantist, and Dantist won't make you do that easily, but I felt like Blast was probably over-investing a lot in, like, as soon as this attack here, where he made, like, a pretty good engagement, killed 2 Defilers and stuff, as soon as he went in here and was like, I couldn't do anything here, like, at that point, maybe just go for tier 3? I don't know, man, like, This is such a rough situation for Dark Eldar, but I think you have better chances than just... that's what I will say. That's why I'm saying this. You have better chances against Chaos when trying to go for late game than you have by going just a straight up tier 2 fight. Like, unless you just hyper, like, completely outplay Chaos for no apparent reason, then you won't win tier 2, and you won't outplay a player like Dantist, even as BlastFurnace. You won't do it. So that's why I'm thinking tier 3, but even that is risky. So, not saying this matchup is easy, it's just absolutely terrible, but I think that would be my best bet. Yeah, that would be my best bet. So maybe too much investment in destroying these outer points here, because if you don't break Chaos, well, it's just basically GG for you at some point, right? So better go for tier 3 and then miraculously try and get to tier 4. But yeah, well played to Dantist. He obviously was very, very patient. But I don't want to say well played too much to a Chaos player in this in this matchup, but well, Dantist, he did what he had to do, and in that regard, well played to him. We've seen other Chaos players just completely throw, but someone like Dantist, he doesn't throw at all. So, well played to him. Let's get to the last game for this part 1. And let's wrap part 1 up, and let's move on, guys. Right, so the last game for today is going to be Scouty, going up against Blast. The map they're playing on is Titan's Fall. Really interesting map. I don't play it too much, but I do play it from time to time. Very terrain heavy map, really good for Hellions actually. Also really good for Raptors, even though we don't see Raptors that much in this matchup at all. But on the bottom side of Titan's Fall we have Scouty. He goes for 3 cultists actually. And okay, and he goes Raptors. Okay, as I say, we don't normally see Raptors. Scouty goes Raptors. Also reinforcing these cultists. Okay, interesting. Is he going early offense with these scouts? Or these cultists? We'll see. So, obviously, 3 cultists. Heretic, 3 cultists, and now a 3rd heretic. Okay. Interesting opening so far from Scouty. This indicates to me that he wants to build a turret. Okay, whatever. Let's look at Blast. Blast, he goes for 2 Mandrakes. Yeah, he went for 2 Mandrakes. So just like last time on Tranquillus' End against Dantist, he goes for this build order, but he goes for Hellions. So as I've said, Hellions are really good on this matchup. But now the Raptors actually come out. I guess Raptors are not that bad in this matchup at all, actually, because they're really good at like harassing and stuff. A lot of stuff from Dark Eldar is very mobile, like the jet bikes and stuff. So they won't be as efficient, but we'll see. As I've said several times, I'm not a super expert on this matchup. These cultists actually going in here, being very offensive, delaying this strategic point, but not really being able to do much. Now Blast is actually going in here, and these cultists have to run. Looking at Scouty's side,
We're here for the dark gods.
okay, so he built a turret here. I missed that, sorry guys. So he built a turret over here, basically denying Blast from doing anything over here. Now also going for this plasma generator. Jesus Christ, this looks really, really bad for Blast. He really wants to repair this, but he won't be able to because of these cultists. Yeah, this plasma generator goes down. Really, really, really interesting play by Scouty. Blast did get this area, so that's pretty good for him. He now got this one, making it so... Yeah, making it so he at least gets this area, which at least recovers some of his economy. He can upgrade some of these listing posts. Oh wait, he can't because he lost his plasma generator. Oh my god, this is bad. Cultists getting absolutely destroyed here, but these jet bikes are not getting away with it completely. These jet bikes doing a lot of these Mandrakes doing a lot of work over here actually. Where's the Hellions? Okay, they're actually capturing this relic. Interesting. So what Blast can do is try and capture this area. If he's not getting this, he's just gonna counterattack over here, but looks like he's not getting it so far. Chaos actually has a kind of bad economy as well. It's 56 to 0, so he's sacrificing a lot of he's sacrificing a lot to get this big army, and it might actually get back to haunt him. This cultist won't survive. I don't know why we try to capture it from Scouty, but that's okay. Yeah, this jet bike needs to disengage, probably get repaired in the base. Will we get obviously we get a plasma generator in here. Okay, good. Both players has horrible economy actually. We actually captured this area from Blast, so that's good. What a fight over here. What the hell am I watching? Also capturing this area. We also captured this area. What a chaotic game from both players. Blast is actually handling this very well. So he lost so much, if you think about it. Like, he lost stupid amounts. But he, like, keeps on harassing many different places. He lost this area, obviously, but he got this relic, actually. And I don't know what Space Marines is actually going to do here. It's very offensive strategy, but these Raptors are now really very much in trouble. Like, they do decent damage against Reaper jet bikes, but come on, watch this. Also, Scouty's suiciding. Jesus Christ, this is bad. No, this is really bad, Scouty. Okay, GG. Man, Scouty, you dirty bastard for that one. No way this is going to be the last game of this video. No. But, come on. I need to stick to my. I need to stick to what I've said. So yeah, this is going to be the last game. Interesting game by Scouty. I felt like that was very greedy opening from him. Going Raptors. It looked really good for him. So obviously getting this plasma generator, really going offensively in, but as you can see that he didn't really, like, he also built a turret over here. So Raptors, 3 cultists, built a turret even reinforced some of the cultists. It just made it so he didn't really pay attention too much to all his areas here and there. And when Blast, he saw such an offensive way of playing. Blast actually did what he would do as a very, very good player. Is okay, so Scouty is investing so much in offense. Well, what about his defense? What about at home? And then you saw some really, really bad micro from Scouty here and there. Losing the cultist here. There's some raptors that didn't get microed over here. Yeah, so the macro game from Blast as well. Capturing this area was interesting, and it actually denied the relic from Chaos. Like, Chaos had no business in like doing what he did, and Blast just omega hard punished him. Really weird game to end, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I missed so much, and I know I did, but I don't give a damn about that. It's a little funny game. Scouty, maybe next time, be a little, no, wait a minute, I actually respect you for that, Scouty. To be honest, even though you lost this game, I respect the, you know, like this matchup is so broken for Dark Eldar, so I kind of respect that you're just like, bro, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna make the game more easy for you. That's right, I'm gonna make this game more easy for you. But jokes aside, well played by Blast. He punished this situation really well. Yeah, interesting play by Scouty. Thanks for watching, guys. It was really a pleasure to go over this matchup. We will get to part 2. I will drop it very fast after this one, I think. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure that you always keep telling me what tough matchups you guys want to watch. I am willing to look at most of them. I have a couple of ones in mind, and yeah, just keep on telling me what you guys want me to cast after this. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.